Emma Raducanu's Australian Open campaign came to an end in the second round. Emma Raducanu's Australian Open came to an end in the second round as the No. 28 seed suffered a 7-6-3-6-2 defeat to Anastasia Potapova. World No. 1 Aryna Sabalenka had already booked her spot in round 3 and was awaiting the winner of Raducanu versus Potapova and herself. Admitted she was hoping to face the Brit after they played 2 tight matches last summer, but it wasn't to be, as Potapova came out on top in a nervy match, despite having a fractured finger. Both players struggled with the windy conditions on a slightly cooler day in Melbourne, and hit a combined 42 unforced errors in the first set. The first 5 games were breaks. And with her vocal Aussie fan in the stands, this time bringing an inflatable kangaroo with him, it took 24 minutes for Rado to end that spell and hold serve. But the Brit was broken when attempting to close out the first set at 5-3. They went into a tiebreak after 51 minutes. And Raducanu's forehand was her undoing as Potapova took it 7-3. The British No. 1 was broken immediately to start the second set, throwing in a double fault as Potapova found the corners and fired off winners, having played just 3 matches coming into the Aussie Open. With her preseason derailed by a foot injury, it became difficult for Raducanu to fight her way back into the contest. Potapova, meanwhile, had found her groove. And the World No. 55 broke again to extend her lead, landing 2 backhand winners as Raducanu struggled to make her first serves. As the gap widened, the Brit started swinging freely. She retrieved one of the breaks, finding the corners with her forehand again. But just when it looked like the tide might be turning, Raducanu was broken again, this time on a double fault. Time was running out for the No. 28 seed. Raducanu couldn't make the most of a small inroad as she led 0-30 on Potapova's serve in the next game. And the Russian-born ace, who recently started representing Austria, moved within a game of the third round as Raducanu served to stay. In the match, the umpire called out one spectator who was making noise at the wrong time. But it wasn't Raducanu's now famous Aussie fan. The Anne's Arena crowd tried to get behind the Brit, and she got one last game on the board before her Australian Open run came to an end. It's back to the drawing board for Raducanu, who will now have some time to get back on the practice court. After she was unable to put in a proper preseason training block due to the foot issue, and Sabalenka has been denied her wish after sharing her hopes of playing the No. 28 in her next match.